Good evening. Welcome. I'm also on the Purple platform. Didn't know that. Yep. Mostly flying on a DFW class preview down south, so hope to talk to you sometime. Oh, that'd be awesome. This is Austin Clayton. Hello, welcome. This looks like Vice. So Vice is based on this actually, which is funny. Um, okay. So why is it not going on? Oh, something happened. Oh, there we go. The problem is now I am not in the middle of this. Play capture, no capture. That. Why is my video thing not working? Man, technology is just annoying, you know? Configure video. Hey, welcome. Oh, video cameras. Yep. I'm on this platform. I'm on the other things. It's been a while since I've streamed on this. Audio. Why is this so silly? Like, just record. Record the camera. It's not that difficult. Add the camera, record the camera. That's all we gotta do. This is Austin. Go. Oh, got a guy. High altitude there. This is Austin. Okay. Say it again.
Nothing beats it.
Hey, thanks for the follow. Welcome. It's funny. There's like a slight delay on okay. Video capture. Video capture. And source. What a new source. No, I want to do that. Just work the camera. Like, I don't get why the camera's not working. That's so frustrating. Oh well. What can you do? We'll see what happens on Instagram. The problem is modern technology and you're used to ancient ATC technology. No. You got a point. You got a point. That's funny. Hello. Hello, everybody that's joining on Instagram. Please bear with me as I try and figure out how to use Instagram Live. It's my first time, okay? So just give me a break. You're on DCA Tower. Awesome, cool. Favorite controller in Texas. Oh, cool. Well, thank you. That's pretty funny. Okay, so I think I'm on TikTok. I'm on Instagram. I'm on YouTube. I think I'm also streaming on YouTube. There's so much going on behind the scenes here that's just wild. So bear with me as we go through this. So that's exciting. We're controlling Austin Tower right now on VATSIM. There are some airlines that are here now. So this is the tower view, and then you also have the ASDX view, quote unquote. I don't think they actually have ASDX fully at Austin, but they may. That's a flight strip. But they may. On to Dallas. Cool. What's up? Hello. Yo, hello, welcome. Welcome, welcome. Yeah, it's a little different, you know? Something to look at here, which is kind of cool. Getting some other airplanes hopping up on Austin. It's pretty cool because there's a pretty accurate top down, you know? Like this is the tower view, quote unquote, so you should be able to see the airplanes. And then you go to the ground radar view, and if they're not squawking the right code, you get, whatever code they're squawking, or you don't get anything, which is what this airplane's doing. If it's a heavy aircraft, you get an orange aircraft, um, which is pretty neat, so that the ground controllers know, hey, this is a heavy aircraft. ASDX also shows you the taxiways that are closed. Um, is it pretty much the same procedures in real life as VATSIM? Yeah, pretty much. I mean, pretty much. So that's kind of the showcase around there. What up? What up? Was that the sound effect, or do you have a real strip printer in your VATSIM setup? No, it's a sound effect. It's through a program called VStrips. Yep. It's time for me to do some virtual B6 ops. Do it, man. It doesn't show taxiway names. No, it does not show taxiway names because, as a astute air traffic controller, you learn all of the taxiways. That's like a map test. Whenever you get assigned Austin or Bush or wherever, you learn all of the taxiways, you learn all the runways, you learn runway distances, right? So between the end of 18 right and this taxiway, you learn is this amount of distance, right? FBU call sign. I don't know what FBU is. What is FBU? Flyby. French B. Okay.
That's why I was like,
That's funny. Let's see here. Yeah, French B. French B is the call sign. Oh. Oh. So, fun fact over on my Purple streaming, whenever I talk to the airplanes, it actually goes through my headset as opposed to my microphone. So, it gives you a little bit more of a realistic sound. uh, but I digress because I'm a nerd here. A few hours late. Ah, that's funny. Cosmo9853, thank you for the follow. Welcome. Welcome, welcome. On ATCT DFW Austin. Hi, have you seen the new CRC feature that allows you to open browsers? It's really cool. Yeah, I was actually just playing around with that earlier. That is a pretty neat feature. Put this over here. Hello, thank you. Thank you for the follows, everybody. That's so cool.
Nothing beats a Jet2 holiday.
I'm sorry, you were blocked by a Jet2 holiday. Yep, it's been a while. Hi, 15TD, welcome. I know it has been too long for sure. For sure. Funny. Hello, everybody on Instagram. I'm controlling on VATSIM, which is the Virtual Air Traffic Controller Simulation Network. If you are new here, which I imagine a lot of you are. I've gotten. We'll want a. Well, what's the first fix? Yeah, so I think it's 1-8 left. Yeah. Because Magic's like north of Houston, right? Sid. Air nav. Go here. There's so many different things on here. RPO at DFW on become a controller. Oh, awesome, cool. There's a lot of RPOs that have become controllers. Houston Center, I mean Austin Tower, Clip controllers. 6-day work weeks are toxic. It's true. You know, all controllers on their 1 day off. I am by far the exception, I think, to that. Procedures when airport gets LVP. I don't know what LVP stands for. Is that like the approach type LVP? It's nervous about Academy. I mean, everybody's nervous about Academy, right? It's just a really big job interview, and the whole point is to just showcase what you know. Sorry, a second. Oh. The previous airline I worked for was French B. Unusual to see it. Charlotte. This is Austin, actually. I think forever and a day fits the length of time. That's also true. Reports. I'm driving home, and I'm gonna leave you on stream. Also, you have a webcam frame, but no webcam. Yeah, I don't know why the webcam's not working, which is really frustrating. Because I want it to work. I do not know why it is not working. I'm trying to get it to work. Activate. Maybe. Let's see what happens here. That breaks things. Light strip. Get log on. Like, it does this camera. I don't know why it's not working on this one. Because it's being used by another thing. That's never used to happen before. B? That never used to happen before. Thoughts on standard taxi routes? I think it's pretty good. I mean, taxi routes can already be really complicated. You know, think about Bush with all the whiskeys and whiskey bravos and whiskey deltas and blah 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 blah. So like having standard taxi routes I think would be helpful. If you're on my Instagram stream, can you hear me talking? Because that would be cool if you could. ATCT Doodles, welcome. What if I do this? What if I do the best way to do this is ATCT systems in Europe. It seems more basic. Do you guys also work with exit flight level, sector skip, trajectory extrapolation, and so on? Yes, to an extent. It's not crazy. But remember, our computer systems are so different compared to what they use everywhere else in the world. And that's just because our computer systems were built before the other computer systems were built. And so, you know, you just learn how to do it, and then you go from there. Work. Yeah, I don't know why the camera's not working. So you just get to hear me. If you wanna see me, I'm on the formerly owned Chinese app that's now owned by America. Somewhat. I'll try and figure that out for the next time I stream, but for now, we're just stuck this way. Which is okay. Hello, hello, everybody. All right, more chats, more chat. Okay, so with the amount of streaming that I have multiple people on multiple different windows, all chatting at the same time, which we'll learn. We'll figure it out. We'll figure it out. Quality's better on TikTok, yeah. Yeah, I figured it would be. But Nicholas, distraction. Hello, Nick. Long time no see. It's weird on IG. Yeah, yeah, and I'm using Streamlabs on Instagram, which is a little different. Okay, so this French guy is going to Austin 7, San Antonio, Nuevo Laredo. So let's pull up the Austin 7, which is strange. Guards. Betty.
Austin departure radar, it's French B37 Kilo approaching Charlie at 1 end right.
French B37 Kilo Heavy Austin Tower on departure. Turn right heading 190. Wind 170 at 6, runway 18 right, clear for takeoff.
On departure right turn 190, clear for takeoff 18 right, French B37 Kilo Heavy.
He's French! My favorite thing is, no, you just feel you do a better job than the tower center you can do. No. I feel like you forget to do tower things. Yeah, I never do tower things in the real world, right? I don't know what a runway is as a center controller. So, where did he read that message? That's funny. This is VATSIM. Follow stream chats in one window. I could do that, I guess. Too much pressure on an air traffic controller. It's true. Hope you're doing well. I am doing well. Almost feral. Hello, welcome. Where did he read that message? Center controller, working tower ground. Do you know what a taxi means? I've had to learn. For sure. So here we go. He's going to take off. We'll switch to a little close-up here. Activate your wake turbulence timers. That's true. What is it, 2 minutes? So for radar identification, one of the methods is a mile off the departure end with a rolling call from the tower. Since I'm working up-down, I'm working the tower and the Tracon, I get the rolling call here. Who are you? Go away. Just kidding. BFR lives matter. There he is. Guards. French B. French B37 Kilo Heavy radar contacts altitude.
French B37 Kilo passing 1,700 for 4,000, 190 heading.
French B37 Kilo, thank you. Climb and maintain 1-2000, clear direct guards.
1 to 12,000 and direct guard, French B37 Kilo.
This guy's like super French. Gaude. That's awesome. AutoTrack does exist in the real world, from my understanding, but you still need the rolling call from the tower to work that method of radar identification. Gaude. Oh, that was so good. Simon, hello, welcome. I am online. 2 departures, 3-minute rotation. There you go. Gaude. That's so good. Then my monitor is being silly too. I don't know. It's just like I have so much stuff that I have to learn on here or to like keep up to do. Get that converging approach thing sorted. What came of that? It's basically what I sent you. I think I didn't respond to that guy yet because I was scheduled for this. But I will respond. Toot sweet. French B37 Kilo Heavy, climbing out of airspace, radar service terminated, change to advisory frequency approved. Have a good day.
Change to advisory now, French B37 Kilo Heavy, merci.
He is so French. That's awesome. Yeah, whenever the Air France's and everybody flies through, it's like Air France 137 Evie. It's always the Evie. It's so good. Me as a center controller, how do you make sure that a certain aircraft is handed over the next? Well, as a center controller, how do you make sure that a certain aircraft is handed over to the next frequency? You tell them. You tell them, hey, go to the new frequency. And then they go. And then they check on. And we have a little symbol next to their data block that tells us if they've checked on or not, because we turn it on and turn it off. Fly with him tomorrow, so no rush. That's funny. All right, we'll make sure to take a look at that here. Do controllers use the same headsets as pilots? No, they do not. This is what a controller uses. This is called a star set. Most controllers use this. Some controllers use like an over-the-ear kind of thing. Same company, Plantronics and everything. You might need to remember the transition fix or whatever for the SID. Yeah, you do. Ollie, thank you for the likes. Mr. VATSIM is harder to learn than actual training because you got to learn everything, right? For actual training, it's just like your area, which I mean is difficult, but well. Hello. How's it going? Disclaimer, you are on my stream right now. No pressure. I think only Twitch and Instagram can hear you. I don't think I have it fed through TikTok. I don't know. That's true.
Austin departure, Southwest 32. We're approaching 18 left, ready for departure, and what's upstream?
That's funny. Southwest 32, Austin Tower, runway 18 left, line up and wait.
20 left, line up and wait, Southwest 32.
Yeah, give me just 1 second. Saber. Hey, thank you for the follow. Welcome. Munch!
Nothing beats a Jet 2.
87. Southwest 32, on departure, fly heading 170, wind 170 at 6, runway 18 left, clear for takeoff.
On departure, fly heading 170, runway 18 left, clear for takeoff, Southwest 32.
Back in my day, it was runway 17 left, 17 right. What hard part did you go so far as towers, Tracon center, high low? This depends. Why did one go to the right side and the other to the left? Depends. Oh, that's a great question. So normally they try and taxi to the runway that's closest to your route of flight, so you don't have to cross over the departure path, right? So Southwest is going to Love Field, which is northeast of Austin, and that other aircraft was going somewhere in Mexico, which was southwest of Austin. And so they taxied the French B to 18 right because he was going more further that direction, and the Southwest is going left, so he's going that direction, right? So there's the French B there. Oh, there's the French B. Can you find a Delta flight? I could, but I'm kind of stuck in my little thing here. What's the question? Are you converging approaches? Billy Joel, welcome. Thank you for the follow. Southwest 32, radar contacts altitude.
Southwest 32, we're passing 1.6.
Southwest 32, thank you. Climb maintain 12000, clear direct Munch.
We're going to maintain 12000 and clear direct Munch, Southwest 32.
I hope 12,000's the top. I haven't worked this in so long. En route. Controllers. Resources. Uh-oh. Negative. 737 Whiskey Alpha. Who is that? I don't know. Weird. Billy Joel's here. How do you communicate with commercial pilots? Sometimes I not in the Charlie. He is good. He's just flying VFR. Just piddling around. That's funny. Denzel! Missed you at work today. Sleep. Or commercial major airline pilots you're directing. These are simulator hobbyists connected to their home. Oh, hello. Who's this? Leonard. Welcome. How do you see the fix on the radar? Do you have another sector that shows sits? No. So you just kind of learn where everything is, right? So munch is going to be right here. I can do dot find munch, and it'll highlight it. I don't think you can do that in the real world, but you would learn all of your fixes whenever you are in training. Obviously on VATSIM, there's so many fixes because you're working everything that it's kind of impossible to know. Oh, Southwest is not climbing. Lost in space, thank you. Oh, now he's climbing. 31. Climbing very slowly. 32. All right. Go to bed. Delta 2124. Pull it up on VATSIM radar, I think. That's the real world one, not on. This is a computer simulation. This is a computer simulation, not real. Not real. Isn't AAC28 right? I think it is, yeah. Co-pilot Northeast Ohio, love your channel. Oh, thank you. Welcome. Running ATC on VATSIM for the those looking to practice. I'm a current CTI student. You get out of it what you put into it. If you practice like you want to do this as a job, then I think it's beneficial because it gets you used to typing the commands and all that stuff.
Yeah, departure Southwest 32, we're going to disconnect. This thing just does not want to climb, so we'll catch you later.
Southwest 32, no worries. Have a good night.
See you.
There you go. And that's the difference between the real world and VATSIM. If you have a problem, you can just disconnect. This is Austin Tower. ATC procedures, yeah. He knows that we have a fixed climb and descent profile that we have to follow throughout the FMC. To an extent, but I know, every aircraft is separate, is different, and every aircraft performs differently. You get an idea of how well aircraft will perform just based on historical trends. But we don't know like how heavy you are. We don't know how light you are. Sometimes the Southwest climbs like a rocket going to New Orleans because they're empty. Sometimes they climb like a rock because they're full. Just depends.
Okay, departure Southwest 32. We actually fixed our issue. We just reconnected. That's right.
And Southwest 32. That works. Radar contact, say altitude.
Current altitude's coming up to 8,000.
Okay. How do you do the track, start a track keyboard shortcut thing? I was close. Oh yeah. Here you go. I have nothing for you. We're south low. Ground had the ATIS. And that's it. Do you have any questions? I'm off the frequency. Never mind. There you go. This is Austin. What place are you controlling? This is Austin. Approach. Cool, you're on VATSIM. And S1 is ZAU. Awesome, cool. I'm taking helicopter piloting classes. ATC sounds intimidating. We are sometimes. But most of the time, we try not to be. Because, you know, that doesn't help anybody. Hey. Alright. So, people earlier saw Orville. This is Amelia. In Southwest 32, Lee Meyer Space to the north, radar service terminated. Fort Worth Center is online. You can contact them in about 50 miles on 135.17. Southwest 32, contact Fort Worth Center 135.17.
Fort Worth Center 135.17, Southwest 32.
Oh, they took it. Cool. Yes, this is Austin.
Also, before I leave, just want to say, cool cat.
Thank you. Tiny Muffin, welcome. Welcome, welcome. My current facility is Houston Center. Can you send someone on a go around at 50 feet? You can always go around. Isn't that the same? Isn't that a song? I have to say altitude when you can clearly see what their altitude is. That's a great question. So we have to verify their altitude. So even though we can see their altitude, we have to verify that it's plus or minus 300 feet exclusive of what our radar system is showing. So normally that verification process happens tower to TRACON. They depart. They will check on with the TRACON. Hey, Austin, departure, Southwest 32, 3,200 climbing 4,000 or whatever. The radar controller is then looking. If the altitudes match or are close within plus or minus 300 feet exclusive, radar contact, that altitude has been verified. It's verified for stars now. Once that aircraft goes into the center, so I hand off Southwest 32 to Fort Worth Center or Houston Center, they then have to verify that altitude again between the STARS computer system and the ERAM computer system. So Southwest 32 says level at 12,000 or climbing 12,400, climbing 16,000 or whatever. Hey, thanks for the follow. I then have to verify plus or minus 300 feet exclusive. And then their altitude is verified for every ERAM facility that they're in, every sector that they go through, even ERAM like Houston Center to Fort Worth Center. It's verified the whole time. So technically, if you're straight and level, you don't have to say your altitude when you check on with a new sector. Everybody does, but you don't have to. But everybody does, but you don't have to. But everybody does. So do what your career can handle. Do what your airline tells you to do, but you don't have to. Now, if you're climbing or descending, another thing, right? We see you descending from the altitude. Technically, I feel like people are going to get mad at me for this. You can just say the altitude that you're descending to because we have already verified your altitude and we know what altitude you're at because it's in your data block. So, there you go. I said what I said. You can fight me in the comments if you want. How about you actually go work as ATC? I am a controller in the real world. If their flight level doesn't match ATC, what's the procedure? We either tell them to verify their altimeter, or if it's like drastically off, we can tell them to stop altitude squawk. That's the phraseology, where they basically turn off their mode C. And then we can put in a pilot reported altitude. Yeah, yes.
Nothing beats a Jet 2 holiday.
Sky 77 looks Yahoo with a request.
I'm sorry, say that one more time.
Nothing beats a Jet2 holiday.
737 Whiskey Alpha with a VFR class.
There's 737 Whiskey Alpha. I'm sorry, the last aircraft calling, say call sign.
November 737 Whiskey Alpha.
There's 737 Whiskey Alpha, Austin, approach, go ahead.
Yeah, me and Lima at Austin trying to go full stop.
What aircraft was that I got?
There's 737 Whiskey Alpha, roger, say aircraft type.
A Piper.
Yeah, we're assessed on 172, slant Golf 7 Whiskey Alpha.
Okay, where's he going, east or west?
There's 737 Whiskey Alpha, roger, enter the right base, runway 18 right.
Right base, confirm 17 right, 7 Whiskey Alpha.
Updated scenery 18 right, old scenery 17 right.
We see that 7 Whiskey Alpha. Right base, 18 right.
I guess I need to give him a squawk code, don't I? And 7 Whiskey Alpha, squawk 4025. I'm getting there. I'm getting there.
4025, 7 Whiskey Alpha.
I'm getting there. I haven't done this in so long. Yeah, the VFR departure is fine. Whatever.
Roger.
I'm getting there. That was rough.
I know exactly what Austin needs right now.
And 7 Whiskey Alpha radar contact 15 miles northwest of the Austin airport. And yeah, enter the right base, runway 17 right, runway 18 right.
Oh yeah, you ramp.
Right base, 18 right, 7 Whiskey Alpha.
Really want me to.
Do it.
Nah, I'm too lazy for that. Grant Bush. Oh yeah, I
Why
forgot
is
I still
this
have the
illegal
whole
position?
set from live where Leonard made me put it on, or made me switch my screen so he could look at the hundreds of ships I had in my bay.
And I didn't look at a single fucking one.
Language.
Are you streaming?
Yeah,
My bad.
it's okay. I don't know how. Why can't I not hand off the
Let us know
tower?
about that.
This is frustrating.
Yeah, you have to put it in your controller.
737 Whiskey Alpha, contact Austin Tower 121.0.
121.0, 7 Whiskey Alpha, see ya.
Hi.
When they join or something like that. I don't know. But I'm fine with it. I don't care.
Trying to figure this out.
See, I know it is. What's happening?
VFR, entering the right base. 18 right. 17 right.
17 right.
Yeah, he has old scenery.
Damn. Oh, it's old scenery.
Nothing beats a Jet2 holiday.
I don't know if it has a night mode. I don't ever use ADS or
Let's try
ASTB.
Go for Austin ground.
There we go.
we'd
Node
like
S or
to
Node S.
come
Show
up
you a
on
lot of
a
pilots set up too.
preliminary note.
I've not. We haven't done that in the US yet. Am I familiar with opposing bases? Yes.
We are currently
Love that podcast. It is very good.
10 south, IH is west, hobbies north. Weather is VFR. You got American 5644 has got a strip. I just checked it. It's good, but I haven't pushed its PDC.
Local West radar ground.
I have no questions. So I control LS.
Your control, WC.
You can hand off back at me that just called if you want.
You're on. Are you on frequency yet?
There we go.
VFR. Houston, Charlotte. Going to Taiwan in 2 weeks. Oh, that's awesome. I don't know how the skies are going to be. So if I entered your airspace and I was 12 miles away from my top of descent and you cleared me to a lower altitude, should I descend immediately or just wait until I reach my 12 miles top of descent? If we say descend and maintain, then we want you to start down now. If it's descent to pilot's discretion, then you can start down whenever. Is it working from home as a controller? Yes.
That's November 172 Sierra Papa.
Push the talk.
How about you actually see we're controlling? What do you think when people say climbing 1.2 for 5? We get it. It's whatever. Austin, Taiwan. You get ZK roots filed in ZHU. I don't know what those are. And I used to instruct. I know that's cool. Hearing in the background is a Discord of other controllers that are.
Departure low, Viper 263 November Delta, flying southbound. We're going to be flying over the Circuit of the Americas.
Viper 263 November Delta, Austin Tower, radar contacts, altitude.
We're at 1,800, 3 November Delta.
30 November Delta, thank you. Maintain VFR, proceed on course.
VFR, proceed on course, 3 November Delta.
Go. Where else are you streaming? I'm streaming on the blue thing. I'm streaming on Instagram and YouTube. We'll see how long TikTok likes it for doing that. Gonna be working King's Four Mo tomorrow. Maybe hear you then. Maybe. I'm like east of there. That's more like the Corpus area. Austin. Yes, this is Austin Bergstrom.
Are you good? You want me to take over? Claire?
Austin
I
Bergstrom.
just had to press. I have it linked to my pause key on my keyboard.
Live goal.
So,
I thank you for the likes.
and I have my foot pedal linked to my pause, and if my foot pedal wasn't plugged in, but I can still press pause.
I wish that.
What's good?
What's up, buddy?
Confirm. Why are you not working?
No, not a whole lot, bruh. I got a little Austin staff up going on.
Yes, sir.
Confirm. Why are you not working? I don't know. This is VATSIM, the Virtual Air Traffic Controller Simulation Network.
Don't mind if I do.
All right, checking up here. Do you have any other podcast recommendations other than Opposing Bases and that USA related ATC? I really don't think there are that many. It just yeah, it's just, I don't know, a pretty niche topic. Some pilots tend to go IFR when it comes to busy airspace. Would you prefer a VFR approach to a busy airspace or IFR? IFR probably all the way. If you had the choice, I would do IFR. Two planes and the soup still wants to split. It's so true.
Are we currently running full? Sorry, I didn't get this in the brief. Are we full south or just departing 8 left?
Full south, I think.
Okay. Gotcha.
I think I'm open up the center. Why not?
Hell yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, let's do it.
Yeah, let's do it.
Oh, hello, Houston.
Howdy, Mim. How's it going?
Well, how are you? I'm trying to get my Houston Center endorsement, but they won't give it to me.
Damn, I have one and you don't?
I know! What the heck?
Nothing beats a Jet 2 holiday.
C'est la vie. Tucker Hobbs, thanks for the follow.
Jet 2 holiday. Nothing beats a Jet 2 holiday.
Billy, I beat you to it. Do you want a split center?
Oh, no.
Do you want a split center?
I mean...
I'm down. However you want to split out, I'm down to split it.
I just want to work my airspace. That's all I want to do.
You are, though.
I don't have the endorsement.
Wow, climb via sit out of New Orleans.
What if?
Climb via suit.
What if I just did it anyway and didn't tell anybody?
I don't think anybody be mad.
They just want me to get like the CRC-isms. That's all they want, but
That Gov one would not be happy with you.
oh, he's fine. Who is it now? Who's VATGov 1?
Barrett.
Oh. Tim Barber just followed me on Instagram, so I don't think we're worried.
Billy, do you want a split center?
We can either do that or I can take I-90. Your choice.
YouTube.
I don't care.
Yeah, it's Prop Pet Cat. It is. This is
what do you wanna do?
VATSIM,
This
Virtual Air
is
Traffic
split
Controller
center,
Simulation
high, low?
Network.
We can do high-low.
Okay, which one do you want? Low or high?
I can take.
This is
low.
Austin Bergstrom. Austin Bergstrom.
Yeah, I'll take. Do you want me to stay on 46 or do you want me to switch to?
No, I tell you
think
what. I'll just do I-90 because I mean there's not that much traffic. So
Okay. Works by me.
You say that.
This is how you get traffic.
Not because you said that, Billy. Now they're gonna get busy.
all right, give me
as
just a
heck.
second. Let me load that up.
Okay.
All right. So, for those of you
Oh my
watching
goodness,
at
the
home,
wind is calm.
whenever you're VFR,
Calm. Altimeter 2.
there is a good side of the
Yeah,
airport to
yeah.
fly around on, and there's a bad side of the airport to fly around on. Normally, the departure corridor, so Austin is here, and this is the runway finals. Having VFR, I mean, at least he's talking to us, right? Because
Only
it's a
Google
Charlie.
would respond.
Here, at 18,000 or 1,800, is not the best spot to be as a VFR guy, especially if you're not talking to anybody.
Hello, departure push.
But that's funny. Can a tower controller only work multiple frequencies if they have a radar in the tower? No, you can work multiple frequencies even if you don't have a radar, from my understanding. Yeah.
Austin approach, November 263 November Delta. We are going to be returning back to Austin.
263 November Delta, Roger, and
Why
the left
can't I
downwind, runway
see
18
any
left,
Tito's?
and contact tower 121.0.
All right, left downwind, runway 18 left, and contact tower 121.0. Thanks for all the hard work tonight.
I just watched you do circles.
What the fuck?
Language.
Yeah, because there aren't any.
Sorry.
What the
I got mic'd.
Andrew, thank you. Using an actual strip printer on VATSIM. I am not. It is just a sound effect. It's just a sound effect. This is Austin Tower. Austin Tracon, really. Jayer, welcome. Welcome to the
Does
welcome
Tito's
to the
work for
stream.
y'all down there in Austin? Because I'm not getting anybody on my Tito's list.
Yep, I've got
I
it
was working
working.
a little bit ago.
Odd.
Maybe like try refreshing the page, reloading it.
Oh, look at
I
the
did
little
like 3
airplanes here.
times.
Oh, peculiar.
Are you about to take off, Mr. Sierra Papa? Does appear so. Cool. Apologize that you can't see me.
Hey, William.
I'm gonna try and figure out how to do that next time.
Is
I stream,
3462 cleared?
but-
3462.
Yeah, because his trip is
Oh,
still
San
in
Antonio's open.
clearances, or in my bay.
That's cool. What do the numbers around the area mean? Okay, so that's a
You
great
got
question.
Clearance, I guess.
This is a MVA, or minimum vectoring altitude. These are published only for Tracon controllers, really. Like, you won't be able to find these on like any IFR charts or anything like that. And this is basically the lowest altitude, the minimum vectoring altitude that an aircraft can go to. So your MIAs are going to be a little bit bigger in terms of like area that like center controllers will use, or you'll use whenever you're flying IFR, to kind of get you down to like a safe altitude within a chunk of airspace. And then as you get closer to a airport and want to get lower, obviously, they fine-tune those altitudes so that air traffic control can get you to a lower altitude closer to the airport, as opposed to just kind of like a broad overview, if that makes sense. Yeah, these are MVAs, minimum vectoring altitudes, if that makes sense. Bum, 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 bum. Watching your shorts the last days. Awesome, cool. Well, thanks for stopping by. We are controlling some airplanes here. What if I do... Give me a second. What if I do this, where I do new source, display, no browser, screen capture, browser source, your monitor, capture screen. Let me just try this. Let's see what this does. I want this done. And then I want to go ahead. Scale. Edit filter. Crop. Add. Oh. 500. 500. Oh. Let's go.
Nothing beats a Jet 2 holiday.
400. D. O's. Just put me in the corner here. There you go. I can kind of see me. Oh, I hate me. Let's just go here. Filter. Bottom. There we go. Something like that. It's gonna be weird, but okay. Okay, where are you going? Light following south. Light following north. Oh, that guy just departed. That's why. Guess I can drop you. Okay, now you can see me. Awesome. Cool, 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 cool. I don't know why that was so silly. But that'll work for now. Workaround, workaround. This is Austin Bergstrom.
And Austin approach on November 172 Sierra Papa, passing 3,100 with you.
And also with you. And 172 Sierra Papa, Austin departure, radar contact, maintain VFR, proceed on course.
Maintain VFR, proceed on course, and I'm on your live stream, man. It's going good, man.
Awesome. What do you guys do in the tower when you're bored? No phones. Normally you talk to each other if there's another person up there. If there's not another person up there, you just kind of twiddle your thumbs and look outside the windows, because I imagine I'm not a tower controller, so I don't really know what they do, but that's what I would do if I was up in a tower board. Read some SOPs or something. This is VATSIM, that is correct. Yep. is VATSIM. So we can take a look at Austin Tower, which is here. Got a nice little American push coming out. Look at all those little Americans. Americans. Flight strip. Funny. Yep. All right. There's that. This is working out pretty nicely, actually, because like on the purple stream, I can see the YouTube, I can see the Instagram comments as well, so that's nice. Actually, I can't see it. I just see the purple stream and the YouTube comments. I don't see Instagram. That's crazy. Crazy, crazy. Can I do that set up? Why did that not work? That should have done something. With you. That should have worked. Why did that not work? Enable.
And also with you. What?
There you go. I don't know why that didn't work earlier. Student pilot, any tips for talking to ATC? Know what you're going to say before you start talking. I know that's difficult to do sometimes, but know what you're going to say before you start talking. It's hard for controllers too when we're training. You know, we have a push to talk button, right? But whenever you're in training, it's a push to think button, which is kind of the joke there. How many sectors of ZHU are you certified in? Also, I didn't realize ZHU and ZTL share a border. Yep. My airspace has 5 sectors, so you have to get certified on each sector in order to become a CPC. Excuse me. Partnership. Why are you not working? This is Austin Bergstrom. Maybe I have to watch this before I can do it. I don't know. I'm curious, how long did it take you to become a CPC? About a year and a half. About a year and a half. Want to do a shared flight? That'd be cool. Just flying around. Ding, ding. A lot of flight strips. Crazy. Let's see. If they give you a number, just clock 7600 and stop talking. That's a great idea. Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. What level is Houston? Houston is a level 11. You taking the opportunity to ride the jump seat in the cockpit? No, ever since the dark times in 2020, we have not been allowed into the flight deck because they, for some reason, they don't like it or something like that. I don't know. Why are you not going? Yeah, so they haven't brought that back, which is kind of frustrating because that would be cool. Is this one of the sectors you control in real life? No, no, I'm a center controller, not a Tracon guy, so I only control basically high altitude, 11,000 feet and above. Denver, hello, welcome. How do we get tail numbers? Do you manually enter it in, or is it auto? Tell me more. What do you mean by tail number? Like a beacon code or what? I'm trying to get some roses too, I guess. I don't know what they really do. But if you got any roses... Oh. That moves me from... Well, thank you. Nope. Sorry, there we go. Moves me from my Instagram thing. There we go. Better there. Yeah, no flight deck, FAA policy, or airlines policy. The FAA says it's the airlines. The airlines say it's the FAA. So nobody knows. And everybody that I ask keeps saying, we're working on it, but they just haven't. So, you know, to be in the CAS system, right, you have to be implemented. And there's an ATC function of CAS, but they took that out because they said there were like loopholes or something in it for security reasons. And so that's why we're no longer on it. Theoretically, supposedly, that's why. Do I control VATSIM much? Might have to start taking some flights. I'm trying to get back into it. Yeah, for years we've been told National is close, but yeah, I doubt it. I'm glad I got en route over tower. It would have been nice to look out windows, but you definitely start making more money as a center controller than a tower controller. Tower controller, you kind of have to play the game and go from a low level to a high level, whereas center, they're basically all high levels. So you get paid faster, quicker, or more faster, but at the cost of no windows, more complexity, and most of the time you're living in a big city, right? So cost of living is probably higher. Houston. Say no 72 Sierra Papa, do y'all enter that when you would call up, or is it somehow already there? You enter it, yeah. So whenever you create a flight plan, you would enter it. Although, if you file a flight plan, your flight plan is correlated with a squawk code, right? So here's, that would look like, oh, let's go up here. So like, here's a flight plan for that VFR guy, right? Doop, doop. There he is. His squawk code is 0042. We have some IFR guys that are being given IFR clearances real quick. So like 6717. We can't see that. So like the Southwest that just popped up, 2764 would be his squawk code. That correlates your flight plan to the radar system. So whenever he departs, the system auto-correlates, this target is squawking this code, it is correlated with this flight plan in the computer system, bloop, and that's how you get a call sign. And that's how you get a call sign. So same thing whenever we like your VFR and you call up for flight following in the center, we type in QB, or there's an F key that we can type QB, your call sign, so number 172 Sierra Papa space enter, or no space, and it'll assign you a beacon code that's correlated to your call sign. and then we do a VP message or a VFR flight plan message to input the rest of it. So your aircraft type, your equipment, where you're going, what altitude you want, things like that. Matthew, welcome. Thanks for the follow. This is Tracon here, but I am a center controller. Walmart. Say that. Yeah, I won't say the tail number. Or yeah, if there's a call sign, it'll say the call sign as opposed to tail number. Did you file a flight plan request by following? Yeah, transfer ZSC to 10 to ZG, which is also 10, which feels off because Denver has so much. Yeah, and Denver, I mean, the Tracon is a 12 and the tower is a 12, but the center is a 10, so that's pretty interesting, right? If our quarter or something just brought a clearance. Enter tail number and a call sign when filing. Which one does it show for y'all? The call sign. I've been a controller certified for a little over 3 years. Zach, hello, welcome.
American 34, or Austin departure, American 3462, 3700 for 4, heading 210.
American 3462, Austin departure, radar contact, turn right, proceed direct Walmart, climb and maintain 12000.
Dr. Walmart, 12000, American 3462.
Is there VATSIM event right now? 172 Sierra Pop is just wondering. No, just staffed up on a Thursday. Today's Thursday. Fly out of Conroe, never made the center. General aviation struggles. Yeah. My airspace is 11,000 feet and above, so that's how it works. Do any of the tiny squares and shapes on your screen mean something to you? Yeah. So these are fixes. The X's are fixes. The little triangle hat things are towers, less than I think 1,200 feet. Circles are airports. These little lines are airports. This is airspace here. You can turn on the Charlie.
Departure, good afternoon. American 5644 is at 2.8, climb for 4.
American 5644, Austin departure, radar contact, climb maintain 12000, clear direct hook 'em.
12000, clear direct hook 'em for 5644. Prop back cap, what up?
How's it going?
The guy from the TikToks?
Yeah. Remarkably, that's also what they do in the real world. Which is pretty fun. But don't tell quality control. There are 263 number Delta.
Man, this guy's famous.
The departure path right this down. No, you were fine. That's funny. It wasn't bad. That's funny. Enter 172 Sierra Papa, just for my planning purposes, how far north are you planning to go?
Maybe 10 miles.
Roger, and you'll be coming back?
Roger. 172 Sierra Papa. Actually, no, we're going to Dallas where we're currently.
Roger, thanks. American 3462, contact Houston Center 132.77. Good day.
13277, American 3462.
172 Sierra Papa, contact Houston Center 132.77. Good day.
Contact Houston Center 132.77 for 172 Sierra Papa. Have a good day.
Bye.
Austin departure, November 9253 Victor 4000.
And 9253 Victor, Austin departure, climb and maintain, flight level, correction, climb and maintain 12000 and clear direct hook 'em.
12000 direct hook 'em, 53 Victor. Austin departure, American 1522, level at 4000.
American 1522, Austin departure, radar contact, climb maintain 12000, clear direct Walmart.
12000, clear direct Walmart, American 1522.
Explain the difference between a TRACON controller and a center controller. Yeah, TRACON controllers control a lot more in depth. So they're vectoring to final. Their updates are like 1 second as opposed to the center, which are like 7 seconds to 12 seconds. American 5644, contact Houston Center 132.77. Good day.
3277, we'll see you.
And they're 90253 Victor. I don't think I said it, but radar contact. Understand what pilots are saying. Yes, all the time. S1 seems like forever until I get to center. It'll be there for a while. What do the C and W mean on the planes? So C means that the center has radar track control of the aircraft. So I'm going to start a handoff, right? So I'm passing radar responsibility from the TRACON to the center. I do that by typing in the center code. So in this case, it's C46. I click on the center. It now starts the handoff, is what we call it, or the flash. Whenever the center controller takes that handoff, the data block will blink and the W will change to a C. So we'll see that here in a second, whenever the center takes it. This is VATSIM, yes. So center took this guy, center took that guy, and now I know that I can ship them or hand them off via voice to the next controller. It's nice when a controller is famous for a good reason. Hey, there you go. Can you zoom out to see the other side of the country, or are you limited? You're basically limited to, I think, our airspace. We can see a little bit of Fort Worth, a little bit of Albuquerque, a little bit of Mexico. But yeah, you can't just see like the whole country. That would be a lot of data in old computer systems. American 1522, contact Houston Center 132.77. Good day.
3277, American 1522, see you.
Yep. What happened to Prop Hat Cat Minecraft? Whoa, throwback. Prop Hat Cat Minecraft. I don't know. It's maybe I'll bring it back. I don't know. When you're controlling VATSIM originally, or do you have to bypass? No, I started out on VATSIM before I became a controller in the real world. JT, welcome to the thing. Thank you for following. Excuse me. They're 90253 Victor, contact Houston Center 132.77. Good day.
3277, have a good night. 53 Victor.
And
Also with you. Hey. All right, that worked. I don't know why it wasn't working earlier. That's funny. And is it working over here?
And also with you. What?
Why are you not working there? Oh, there you go. Okay, that should work now. All right. Can you see climb rate? In the TRACON, I don't think you can. In the center, you can.
Nothing beats a Jet 2 holiday.
Yeah, in the center you can, but not in the TRACON. There are VATSIM specific phraseology or procedures that isn't present in the real world. Not really. Like there's like an auto track that you can do if you're not talking to anybody that kind of circumnavigates them. Like if they're already airborne and you open a sector, you can just like track them up like they would already be radar identified in the real world. Yeah, this is a TRACON sector. That is correct. When you vector an aircraft, how do you get your headings, or do you guesstimate? So you can kind of see at the top of here, there's actually heading, like a compass rose around the whole sector, in a TRACON at least. In the center, you kind of know what headings work, and also there's a keyboard command that you can type and like click between 2 points, and it'll give you the exact heading, which is what a lot of people use. Do you start as S1 or transfer your world experience? I started as an S1 back in 2009. Yeah, so I did VATSIM before I became a real controller. Currently on break, training on arrival data, looking our radar, losing our radar in like a year though. Oh, that's not good. That's no good. That's okay. All right, so let me check on my strips here. 1522 is gone. Victor is gone. 44 is gone. 3462 is gone. No. Yes. Maybe not. I don't know. Doot doot. That's funny. This is Austin. Howdy from A80. Hey, welcome. Have you ever seen the TikToks about BJ at Conroe? I have. It's pretty funny. San Diego TradeCon a while back and still have so many questions. Well, here we are. You joined VATSIM, yeah, like 2008, 2009. When ending a star, are you expected to continue the track or to fly the heading you were on? Whatever the heading that the star spits you out on, that's the heading you should stay. Oakland, you get certified on Oceanic. I used to be certified on Oakland Oceanic a long time ago. It's easier to career 1 through 10. I'm currently in Oklahoma training for terminal, just past basic. Hey, congrats. I would say it's a 10 with a caveat that sometimes it's a 2.
Nothing beats a Jet 2 holiday.
Because, you know, sometimes training sucks. Those headings are wind corrected. Yeah, so whatever heading whatever the heading on the chart says, that's the heading you should be flying. So if you need to correct for wind for that, then correct for wind. So what is that? Track across the ground? Heading across the ground? I don't remember. And realistically, air traffic control will probably give you a vector before it's that big of a problem. Oh, he's coming back. What are you doing? No controller is DFW. Oh, there you go. Normal circumstances, what's the max amount of planes you can work at a center, or does it vary? It varies depending on the sector, if they're split or not. My sector, if it's split, everything is split. Doug, ZDTV, thank you for the follow. It is like 18 planes in a 15-minute block. So, there's 4 15-minute blocks in an hour. So it just kind of depends on there. If it's combined, it's like 20 in a 15-minute block. Yeah, it varies by complexity. Were Artex using Discord when you started VATSIM? What did you get? It's TeamSpeak. TeamSpeak back then. Oh, sorry. Wait, did he just open? That's funny. So many people.
Oh my god.
Okay, all right. So I didn't just hand everybody off to the wrong person.
That's what we did in January.
Damn, Billy.
Okay.
Dude, that's plenty.
Okay. Well, there you go. That's funny. Yeah, TeamSpeak. If planes are squawking VFR, how do y'all know the tail number or whenever when they bust a Bravo? Most of the time, if you bust a Bravo, like, you have to have ADSB within the certain ring, and there's a button you can push to see the tail number. I don't know what it is on here. If it's like a Charlie or something that doesn't require ADSB, then they'll just follow your data tag to where you land, and then they'll call the FBO or whatever and be like, hey, who just landed? There you go. As an RJ pilot, can't tell you enough the amount of questions you've answered. I didn't even know I had. Well, there you go. Happy to help. It is definitely a learning curve. I've learned a lot too from you all.
Departure good evening, Southwest 281, climbing through 2,800.
Southwest 281, Austin, departure radar contact, climb and maintain 1-2000, clear direct munch.
I'm saying 1-2000, direct munch, Southwest 281.
Do you have the ATC keyboard set up with you or just a regular keyboard? It's just a regular keyboard, but on the numpad, I flipped the keys because at work, our numpad is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, where a normal numpad is 7, 8, 9, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3. So I just thought, practice at home like I'll be working at work. A STARS keyboard is some terrible monster of a keyboard. That's A, B, C, D, but the numpad is still the same. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And if you think about it, these keyboards were invented before Microsoft standardized numpads, which is pretty crazy. So it's like a telephone numpad as opposed to a numpad. Hold F1, that should be the beaconator. Let's see. Whoa! Man, V-Stars is so realistic. Beaconator, there you go. Oh, that's cool. We don't have this in the center. Hello, Dallas Gator, welcome. Yes, this is VATSIM. That's cool. Diggerford, welcome. Zach, welcome. How do you know the points? Munch, Walmart, Hook'em. Whenever you're training, you learn where all those points are, right? So I can also type .find munch, and it'll highlight it. I don't think you can do that in the real world. But you would just know where these fixes are because you learn this airspace inside and out. That's part of the training upstairs for it. Talked to Houston Center yesterday. I've said it wasn't you. Oh, I'm sorry. Requesting flight following with multiple stops. Do we request them all at once or separately? Flight following. It's easy enough to make you a new flight plan for flight following. In the center, you could request it. It's pretty simple. If you're in a Tracon and you're just staying in the Tracon, it's pretty easy as well to request it. But if you're like going from a Tracon across whatever to another center, I don't know, like VFR flight following is pretty simple to put into the computer in the center. I don't know how difficult it is in the Tracon, but in the center it's pretty easy. So we wouldn't mind putting in multiple stops. Now, if you're like IFR and you wanted to stop at multiple places to do practice approaches, that gets a little bit more tricky. I made a video about that actually, and what's the EFB? Sky. One of the things has where you can put delays in your flight plan. So you can be like, I'm going to delay at Austin for 2 hours. Or like 30 minutes. I'm going to delay at Chenault for 30 minutes. And it'll actually build it in your flight plan, which is kind of cool. Southwest 281, contact Houston Center 126.905.
2695, have it going Southwest 281.
Bye. Class C and VATSIM, if you're in Class C. Maybe. I'm not entirely sure. People ever fly VFR and VATSIM, or is it only FR? No, lots of VFR. Microsoft 2020, FS 2024, Flight Simulator 10, FS 98. You can fly pretty much on anything on here. Xpilot, P3D. Are you looking at a different screen? How did you know to send Southwest up there? So in his data block, you see the MUN?
Hey, Austin, sorry for the delay on the call, but 172 Sierra Papa at 3,500.
172 Sierra Papa, Austin, approach the Austin altimeter 3004.
3004, 172 Sierra Papa, thank you.
SimBrief, you can do it online on a that's like online thing. I'm thinking like in the real world. What is it? Not Navigraph. Those are all simulator things. I don't know. Jeppesen. They like make this stuff. You ever work over west of Austin? Not in the real world. On here sometimes. Cameron, welcome. Nothing beats a Jet 2 holiday. Do you have a favorite or most memorable fixed waypoint name? I like a VOR in Hawaii, Charlie Kilo, I think. Seeger Aviation, welcome. Thank you for the follow. And it's Cocoa Head. That's one of my favorites. I control center in the real world, yeah. I control center in the real world. You're controlling just joined. Austin Tracon on VATSIM. Welcome. I do this in the real world. Just got my PPL recently, and it's super cool to see ATC perspective. Awesome, cool. Austin OKC for center training. Oh, cool. Cool. Yeah, East ZHU. So like Southeast Houston, Southwest New Orleans, over Beaumont, Lake Charles, and Lafayette. 575 Bravo Whiskey. Oh, cool. Sushi's the best. Sushi's good. My favorite fixes on an arrival, though, are...
Nothing beats a Jet 2 holiday.
Patriot, welcome. Are on the...
Austin approach, November 123 Alpha Zulu with you at 6,500.
Right, Chad. 123 Alpha Zulu, Austin approach. Austin altimeter 3004.
3004, Alpha Zulu.
And also with you. Can I do it? Why doesn't it let me do it? Y'all can do it. I can't.
And also with you.
Well, there it is. That's funny.
And also with you. What?
Oh my gosh. Turn that down. Sorry if it's loud. Hollywood 1 and LAX is fun. I do not know what happened in El Paso. There's always a soup in the RTEC. There's an operations manager if there's not a soup at the floor. Oh, 3 Alpha Zulu disappeared. See, CST means he's coasting. You can't see him. CST means he's coasting. Womp womp. Is with you as much of a meme in the real facilities as with online controllers? Yes. Plan on becoming a soup? No. That sounds awful. They do a lot of work, and they deal with a lot of stuff, and I don't want to have to do that. What's the VATSIM version of copy phone number for bad pilot? You can dot wallop somebody. And that'll call a supervisor to come and talk with them or disconnect them or whatever. Do you have an interesting FAR regarding controllers you think would be nice if pilots knew? If you read the 7110.65, it has some pretty interesting stuff in it. I think if pilots understood what air traffic control can say, it'll help them be a little less confused whenever we say it. For those of you who don't know, the 7110.65 is the Air Traffic Controller Handbook, or our phraseology Bible, pretty much. So we, like all our phraseology is in that book. On VFR flight following, are you cleared through airspaces as long as you have a squawk code in the Philadelphia area? They do an IFR practice program, and altitude will sometimes conflict with their airspace. If you're on flight following, the radar controller should be doing what's called a point out to those airspaces. So that's one of the benefits of getting flight following is you are being talked about behind the scenes to those various airspaces. Now, if you're doing a practice approach and you're like low or something, then maybe that's not what they pointed out. So it'd be a good idea to tell the approach controller, hey, we're going to be doing something a little different here, so that they can then
Austin
coordinate with the
departure,
approach.
Delta 1920, 3000 for 4.
Delta 1920 Austin departure, radar contact, climb maintain 1-2000, clear direct hook 'em.
Direct hook, can we read the altitude one more time?
Delta 1920, climb maintain 1-2000, 12,000.
12,000 and hook on Delta 1920. Love this video.
Thanks. Go ahead. Hey, I'm a kid. Please don't hurt me. Welcome. Does a pilot have to talk in the exact ATCT phraseology as well? The AIM has best practices of how to talk to air traffic control, but most of the time, if you just repeat what air traffic control tells you, you'll be fine. Just so if you're, where's the student pilot? The student pilot was on here. If you don't know what to say, just repeat what the air traffic controller told you and then do it. That's it. You know, at the bare minimum. At the bare minimum. Going into the terminal, I am a center controller. Hey, flight friend, flying tomorrow. Anything I need to know? Not yet. Not that I know of. There's not too much going on NAS-wide, unless they decide to shut down some airspace again. But even then, can't really predict that. So here you go. Yeah, I like Cocoa Head. That's fun. How long and how much schooling was it to do this job? It's at the academy, so all federal controllers, with some caveats, go to the FAA Academy in Oklahoma City. It's a 3-month program for terminal, a 4-month program for en route. If you go to basics or not, it could be shorter. And then it's like a 1.5 to 4 year certification process once you actually get to a facility. Sorry, cleaning up my flight strips here. Yeah, so there's that. Boop, 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 boop. Delta 1920, contact Houston Center 126.905. Good day. Fabio Bernaccio, welcome. Sure. Air 172 Sierra Papa, make straight in, runway 18 left.
Straight in for 18 left for 172 Sierra Papa.
All the questions. Thanks for always giving us medevac planes a shortcut. You're welcome. If I was on the plane dying, I would also want a shortcut. Prop after ZHU ATM again. No, it's too much work. Hey, Prop, do you know when the next ATC opening hiring bid is going to be? So I asked the ATC guy at Communicating for Safety last year, like the FAA liaison that was there. And he said originally it was going to be in December. Shutdown happened. So then they pushed it back to January, and then shutdown again happened. So they pushed it maybe to February, maybe to March. It was supposed to be earlier, but they're still dealing with the backlog of applicants from the previous hiring bid. So I would say March, maybe April of this year. July at the latest, but March or April. I know the FAA is going to be having like an actual like hiring booth, I think, at Oshkosh this year. So they may actually have a hiring bid open during that time as well, if that's not the only time they have it open. So July by the latest, I think. Don't quote me on that, but that's pretty much. Scott, welcome. That's what I know, which isn't much. Do controllers ever actually forget about aircraft? No. Oh my gosh. Thank you for the follows, everybody. In cold call flight following us, so you give you all the info first. I'm gonna be making a video about that soon, actually. That's coming soon, so I don't want to spoil that video. Do you know what the restricted area was today about 8 nautical miles northwest of Cleveland, 6 Romeo 3. I think I heard on the news this morning that there was a 18-wheeler tanker that was on fire. So maybe they had that like blocked off because of that. I could be wrong. Maybe that was further south. I don't know. I do not know. Briefly explain the difference of what something like tower does versus approach. Yeah, tower is all visual, and they're looking out windows, and they can see the airplanes, and they work on the runway, right? So in VATSIM, that's delineated like this. So you see the runways, you see a little bit of airspace around that airport, shown by this fog of war. Why, thank you for the subscription. Welcome. Here, thank you. And so they don't really see a lot. They're in a tower. There you go. A TRACON person, terminal radar approach control, does not see an airport. They don't see the runways. They work an approach control. They work radar. They're looking at a radar scope and telling airplanes where to go, what to do. And then hand them off to the tower, who then clears them to land or take off or whatever. 172 Sierra Papa, contact Austin Tower 121.0. Have a good day.
121.0, have a good day as well. 172 Sierra Papa.
There's the call sign. Use your call signs. Everybody use your call signs. Love your content, man. Well, thank you. This is Austin. This is Austin. Controllers forget about me. Oh, I'm sorry. Your controllers have to get medicals. Yes. Air traffic controllers get equivalent to a class 2 medical for a pilot. Prop hat. No in the next hiring. There you go. Talked about that. Austin. Your controllers have to get medicals. There you go. Controlling Austin. You're going to Osh again this year. I'm planning on it. I applied. So we'll see if they accept me. But I did apply. Controlling a VATSIM in real life. The systems are actually pretty similar. Some of the VATSIM pilots are better than the real world pilots. I didn't say that. What? No. Well, no comment, actually. Yeah, it's pretty realistic. It's as realistic as you want it to be. You know, if you want it to be super, super realistic, the system is designed to allow you to have it be that realistic. Rode a tower the other day. Pretty cool. Yeah. Air control at Ellington. Oh, awesome. Cool. Man, that WB-57 having that landing gear problem, that was pretty crazy. I work those guys all the time. My airspace is like southeast over the Gulf. I remember one time they had an engine failure. One of the engines failed. And they were, at 57,000 feet or something like that. So that was pretty crazy. They checked on and were like, we want to stay high, but we'll do like a fast controlled descent as we get closer to Ellington. I'm like, okay, yeah, sounds cool. Is that new airspace in ZHU still being made? I think you said something about no shortcuts. Yeah, it's going to be, right now they're just assessing the no shortcuts thing, and then it'll go to like a committee, and then that committee will say something. It's going to be years down the road until something actually happens. They just needed some sort of groundwork for it at the moment. Sorry, going back to my purple chat here. Do you know what's the deal with Newark and Philadelphia? Why are Newark controllers seem to be at Philadelphia? I have a few videos about that on my TikTok. That maybe I'll post on YouTube and Instagram as well. But basically, it's really expensive to live in New York, and so the FAA thought, what if we move some of these controllers to Philly, where it's cheaper to live, and there you go. And that's basically the thought process that went to it. And then, all of the other stuff that happens. Hello, Mr. Prop Hat Cat. What goes on behind the scenes if we report that we're responding to a TCAS RA? It depends.
American 1066, 4000 with you.
American 1066, Houston Center, Austin departure, radar contact, climb maintain 12000, clear direct Walmart.
Clear direct Walmart, climb maintain 12000, American 1066, sorry.
Houston. Said Houston Center. God. Big boss, Captain Connolly. Hello, welcome. With you. And the chat says, Maybe. We'll see. So if you're responding to a TCAS RA...
And also with you. What?
Yeah, there it is. If the TCAS RA goes off, if it's a real one, we don't do anything, right? You respond to the RA, and then you report whenever you can get back to your altitude. We then tell the supervisor. The supervisor says, okay. And does paperwork. They'll review it. It goes up to quality control because probably there was a loss of separation. Oh, what is that one?
And Ellison approach, Southwest 4161, we'll be with you in 3000.
Will be with you. I didn't even take the handoff, tower. Southwest 4161, Austin departure radar contact, climb maintain 12000, clear direct amuse.
12000, clear direct amuse, Southwest 4161, appreciate it.
There you go, paperwork. And first saw you on N, and now just stumble across you on Twitch. Didn't know you're VATSIM control too. Awesome, cool. Instagram this year. Well, thank you. Can you work from home as an approach controller? No, you cannot. This is for approach control. A couple years ago, Newark Tracon. Yeah, there you go. All right. This is Austin. First fighters were F-16s in Korea, so I'm biased towards them. Oh, that's cool. With you. Applied there 2 years ago. Cool. Grumpy. Their hands off departures. Okay, then some of them have radar capability to do that, and some of them don't. Oh yeah, opening your Ellington if you want to come over. Oh, that's cool. Ellington is contract, right? I think it's contract. Southwest 4161, turn right heading 300, proceed direct amuse when able.
Three zero zero, and we're heading direct amuse, Southwest 4161, sorry about that.
No worries. You have to come to Baton Rouge. There you go. Is the new airspace just for hobby or bush or other places like Conrail? It's gonna be for everywhere. Maybe they'll do something with it. Maybe they won't. Who knows? I don't know. Before Tracon, I've never seen that before. It must be the VATSIM thing. Yeah. Easier to track. That waypoint muse or muse? Amuse. A-M-U-S-E. Amuse. American 1066, contact Houston Center 126.905. Good day.
Contact Houston Center, American 1066, have a good night.
What's the most aircraft you will control in real life? Just depends on the sector complexity. Bad weather day, all the Americans coming through our airspace. You can get up to 20, 30, 40 aircraft, which is a lot of airplanes. One of our sectors can't really be split, so that can get kind of tricky. Yes, I am live streaming 575 Bravo Whiskey. He sent me a message. That's funny. C38. So for those of you who are new, if you want to hand off to another controller, I type in their code. So I type in C38, which is the center 38 sector. Whenever they take that handoff, the data block will blink. That will mean that they've accepted the radar responsibility for the aircraft. I then hand them off via voice. There you go. Southwest 4161, contact Houston Center 126.905. Good day.
126.905, Southwest 4161. Thank you for your recent service, and you have a good night.
Thanks, you too. VATSIM supposed to be stars.
Austin approach, 123 Alpha Zulu with you at 6,500.
You.
And also with you. What?
What? Air 123 Alpha Zulu, Austin, approach, radar contact, 50 miles southeast of the Austin airport. Maintain VFR and proceed on course. He was radar identified, then he dropped off, so I'm just going to pretend like...
I did VFR on course for 3 Alpha Zulu, appreciate it.
I'm just going to... There's your VATSIMism, right? There you go. What does green versus white mean? So green means that they are no longer on my frequency. White means that they are. But you can, like, change things. Hey, don't do that. What are you doing? Digging in the corner. Why are you digging in the corner? Yeah, you would think it would be opposite. But white is easier to see, I guess. Gets your attention more than the green. So somebody asked about stars. Is VATSIM supposed to be stars? VATSIM is everything. VATSIM is ERAM, VATSIM is stars. VATSIM has a tower top-down thing. VATSIM has an ASDX thing. So, like, it's pretty realistic. It's about as realistic as you can make it, not being real, you know? Who's the RPO? Just someone random VATSIM connects to? It's somebody who's on their computer at home flying airplanes. So that's pretty crazy, right? So if you have a flight simulator at home, you can fly on VATSIM, which is pretty cool. Also, what and when do you get the most stress? Yeah, weather days whenever pilots are really, really needy. That's the most stressful. How do you control top-down in the real life? No, you do not. You control one or the other. So I guess that's like the biggest VATSIM thing here. Somebody shared the thing here. I'm trying to... It won't let me like get the live goal thing here. I'm trying to get some roses. If you got any roses to spare, that would be great. All right. I'm going to fly with you sometime. This is Austin Bergstrom. Yeah, still have FSX. That works. Okay, let's try this. Will you work now? Oh, okay. I don't know why it was so silly. Okay. Well, thank you for the roses. That's funny. And oh, there you go. Okay. There we go. All right. So many roses. That's funny. Out of a scale of 1 to 10, how hard is VATSIM controlling on a fairly busy day? It can get kind of complicated, and you always end up with so many tabs on your like browser because you have so many different charts open and diagrams open and things like that. So it gets a lot because it's so much information to know. You know, in your sector, like in my airspace, I know everything about that airspace. So if I'm doing something else outside of my airspace, I don't know what it is. Like you train on it on VATSIM or whatever because you learn all these different airspaces. But it's very, very base knowledge. You just know where to find the information quickly. And that's basically what this is. So many roses. Neighbor in the San Antonio TRICON. Oh, yes, I saw that. Yes. San Antonio TRICON. Oh, cool. And Kelly approach? Wow. That's funny. Paperwork in the ZFU. Oh, that'd be awesome. Come to Baton Rouge. Is anything with controlling internet based? What happens if internet goes out? Nothing with controlling is internet based that I'm aware of. I think we do have some voice over IP stuff for the oil rigs, for like helicopter offshore operations, but that's it. I think they're going to that as opposed to the ground based transmitters and receivers. But don't quote me on that. I don't really know. I don't really know that. Garts. Is anything with airspace controller. This is Austin Bergstrom.
Departure Volaris 469 or 1600 for 4000.
He's not Spanish. Volaris 469, Austin departure radar contact, climb maintain 12000, clear direct Garts.
Direct to guards, climb and maintain 12000, Volaris 469.
Is it okay for a pilot to chat with you in real life when the airspace is very calm? Just depends. Somebody on Instagram said, non-VATSIM question, but what are your thoughts on cold calling versus initially calling up with a request? I'm actually going to be making a video about that soon, so hang tight. I don't want to give it away. Ooh, thank you for the likes. I think I'm also trying for some galaxies, if anybody is feeling generous. Or buy a sticker or a keychain. I have some keychains on the Etsy shop too, which are customizable. Either a Tracon data block or a center data block. And you tell me what call sign, speed, all that stuff. That link's in my bio. Want any of that. Also stickers, also shirts. I have Prop Hat Cat shirts now. And they're really soft. So y'all should get that. Free shipping if you order $35 or more. So that's also pretty cool. Don't throw up on my bed. Sorry. Hey. No, ma'am. No. Said she's gonna throw up under my bed. Oh well. This is why I never have the cats in my bedroom. For this reason. But, oh well. What can you do? I'm a good cat dad, I promise. Is pay scale based on how busy the center is? No. It's, well, I mean, yes. It's airspace busyness, complexity, and a bunch of other variables. Federal facilities are level 4 through 12. And the pay rate varies depending on the level. I threw up twice at like 5 a.m. Oh, that's terrible. Often you talk to thrust, if ever. Call sign usually thrust 500, 579. I talk to thrust fairly often, I feel. Yeah. On your data blocks, do you know if you see indicated or pressure altitude for us, planes below 18,000? We see pressure altitude because your altitude on the data block is the comparison between the ambient air pressure that your mode C is saying and the computer assigned altimeter for the sector surveillance box.
Austin approach number 123 Alpha Zulu, descending down to 1,500.
123 Alpha Zulu, ready? And then it compares it, and then you have your altimeter set in your Colesman window so that your airplane says that it's at the altitude. If it matches what your mode C and our computer system says, then it is verified and we can use it for separation. But that's why it's important to have the correct altimeter setting. And the altimeter settings change as you fly, obviously. And the computer is automatically correcting for that with your mode C, and that's how we can tell if it's different. Lars 469, contact Houston Center 126.905. Good day.
126.905, Volaris 469. Good day.
I know that's a lot of hubbub about. I actually have a video about this. It's called altimeter settings. Just last week or the week before. So take a look at that. Talk about surveillance sort boxes and everything too, which is pretty neat. Put an IH in ZHU if it gives you. What do you recommend to be ready on tower now? Just be ready for a whole new keyboard. You get a whole QWERTY keyboard with you, which is super easy to use. But you use it a lot. Everything that you do is typed into the computer, so be prepared for that. Ever watched Pushington? I have watched it. They did a really good job of showcasing the controller like personalities. Like I work with every one of those people.
Austin approach, tip number 123 Alpha Zulu. We're wondering if we can switch over to Austin Tower.
123 Alpha Zulu, just a little bit longer. Enter the left downwind, runway 18 left.
Left downwind 18 left, November 123 Alpha Zulu, appreciate it.
Do we have to read back the altimeter setting? I've noticed some controllers don't care and some do. It's one of those things where it's good practice to read back numbers, but it's like a squawk code. You don't really have to read it back. We see you change squawk code in your data block, and that tells us that you got that information. Altimeter will tell you the altimeter. If you read it back, cool. If not. Now, if we have an aircraft that's going to be 1,000 feet below you and we need you to both to be on the same altimeter, I may verify that you got the altimeter setting. But most of the time, in the center going to a TRACON, you're going to be changing altimeters, I don't want to say frequently, but pretty often until you get to that landing airport altimeter. And ultimately, it's up to you what CFR blah, blah, blah that says you have to have the current altimeter setting. We just have to provide it to you, you know. I'm a center controller. Center controller. Where and do you see the center boundary lines on the radar, or is that something you just learned? Yeah, so center boundary lines are going to be these lines here. That's like the edge of the TRACON boundary. And then you see a 2D image, but it's actually a 3D image, right? So surface to 12,000 is the TRACON. And then so that you can leave the TRACON up or you can leave it laterally. No star sauce. Required us to read back. Yeah, and I mean, if your company requires you to read it back, you know. Do what your career can handle. How does VATSIM work? I applied when it started training in real life. No response. Oh, that's not good. Well, are you trying to be a controller? For 575 Bravo Whiskey, Austin departure radar contact, climb maintain 12000.
Climb maintain 12000 Bravo Whiskey.
Busted his altitude. Departure altitude's 4000 until you're given higher. Next time you see Stoney, tell him I said hi. I will. I am at ZHU, Houston Center. I love your content, CFI, and you have answered many of my students' very curious questions. Happy to help. You know, that's why I'm here. Can a controller get a phone number? Yes. Most of the time, though, you just say pull the tapes, and that's pretty much the same thing. Because every single thing that we do is logged, right?
Bravo Whiskey, we totally missed the 4000 initial altitude. My apologies.
Air 575 Bravo Whiskey. No worries. Clear direct hook 'em.
Clear direct hook 'em. Bravo Whiskey.
Future President 0129, welcome. Why get off work and come play a game of work? I'm not a TRACON guy, so actually this is all new. And I've done VATSIM for a long time. That's kind of what got me interested in ATC. Why is ATC so moody with respect? Depends on the ATC, depends on the day. I mean, you can be moody too, I'm sure, right? Luckily for you, you get to change frequencies after like 20 minutes. They're 123 Alpha Zulu, contact Austin Tower 121.0. Good day.
1.0 over to Austin Tower, November 123 Alpha Zulu. Thanks for the Traverse. I'll see it.
Whereas we have to work with those people for 20 years, right? We all work with those guys. As this younger generation's getting into the controlling field, though, it's getting a little better. The culture's changing a little bit, so that's good in terms of a lot of the older guys who are mean are retiring. Reminds me of that SQL controller saying it's the 21st century, we don't have tapes anymore. That's true. There are 575 Bravo Whiskey, contact Houston Center 126.905. Good day.
126.905 Bravo Whiskey. Enjoy the stream.
Thanks. Why not incept to a TRACON? If I go anywhere, it's going to be a pay cut. unless I go to like I-90 or Bush Tower. Because our cost of living adjustment is so high in Houston that I'm making the same amount of money as I would be making in Fort Worth at a level 11 as opposed to level 12. It's a little bit cheaper to use here. What headsets do controller use? It's called a Starset H31. Or there's like over-the-ear things and stuff like that if you want. But this is like the stereotypical one. How often do you get opportunities to meet controllers from other facilities? That's a great question. Not very often unless you try and find opportunities to do that. Our union here in Houston has like solidarity events every now and then where they'll invite, you know, Hooks Tower, Hobby Tower, Bush Tower, Houston Center, I-90 to kind of all get together. We'll have another thing later this year for Crawfish Boil where all those people come. Daniel, hello, welcome. Well, thank you. And so that's kind of a way to do it. Oshkosh is another way I volunteer with our union to go up there and do pilot outreach. And a bunch of other controllers from all over the place do that as well. So that's another way to meet some people. Doing this has actually been a pretty cool way to meet people from other facilities. Because really, if you don't try and branch out of your own facility, you don't have to. You can stay in your own little ecosystem your whole career if you want. But that gets kind of boring after a while, I think. Personally, for me, it gets a little boring. But hope to get Houston on this next match and set, but we need one more checkout for our numbers. A pilot in real life and want to control in VATSIM. Would it be difficult? Take time? Anything that's worth doing takes time. But it's not terrible. Who are you? Yeah, it's not terrible. And I mean, you know kind of the basics already if you're a pilot, so it's just learning the phraseology. He said he was a union rep at every facility he worked at, so he met a lot of people. I'm sure that's not your source. Yeah. Excuse me. Do you need good grades to become an air traffic controller? No, because they kind of teach you everything. I was not the best in high school, grades wise. College was more fun because it was more interesting. But yeah, not terrible. I mean, there's a lot of, I don't want to say this. This will be mean. There's a lot of street smart controllers who are not good academically, and there's a lot of academically good controllers who are not street smart. That's the best way to say that, I think. So if you can do the job, you can do the job. That's the end of the thing. Math is super, I mean, it's pretty simple, you know, just divide by 6 for miles per minute. Angles a little bit, but nothing too crazy. How come when teaching students mandatory reporting, we teach them to report time and altitude when reaching a hold, but every time I've tried, they come back and me as incorrect for me to report it. I made a video about this as well. Long and short of that video was these rules and these recommendations and the aim were created whenever the airspace was primarily non-radar. And as such, if we have radar, we can see you entering the hold, and we know what altitude you're at because we verified your altitude. So you don't have to tell us that you're entering the hold because we see you entering the hold. In the center, your data block, your little symbol, turns into an H to say you've entered the hold. So it just seems like a extraneous communication, right? Now, why is it still taught? Why is it still required? Mandatory. I think because holding patterns are in and of themselves non-radar procedures. Because once you're in a holding pattern, I no longer have to watch your radar data block. I can put you into a hold if we're in non-radar. I can put you into a hold if we're in radar. It's a defined piece of airspace that is protected for your airplane to fly circles in, right? Non-radar. As such, they treat it like non-radar. So reporting altitude and reporting entering the hold. That's my understanding. So yeah, some controllers may come back and be like, thank you. It's not needed. Subtext, right? But do what your company tells you to do and do what your CFI tells you to do. I'm not a CFI. I'm not flying the airplane. I'm just over here being like, why'd they tell me they're entering the hole? Why'd they tell me they're vacating in altitude? That's another thing I've made a video about as well. This is Austin Bergstrom. Can you tell us what you're seeing on the screen? Yeah, sure. So this is Austin Airport right here. This is the boundary of the Charlie. Well, the inner boundary of the Charlie. You can turn on the outer boundary of the Charlie. You have MVAs, which are the numbers, minimum vectoring altitudes. So these are small, these are altitudes that air traffic control can vector an aircraft down to and make sure that they don't hit anything. You have a finals box, which is this dash box here. You have some Delta airports, which are these guys here. You have some fixes. These are the X's here. You have some uncontrolled field airports with instrument approaches, which are these. And then the little triangles are obstacles less than 1,200 feet. Don't quote me on that. They're just obstacles. That could be a problem.
Departure, good day, Southwest 3123, heading 200, passing 2,400 up to 4,000.
Southwest 3103, Austin departure, radar contact, climb maintain 12,000, clear direct payday.
12,000, correct payday, Southwest 3123.
Hardest thing you say the students learn in the academy. I would say just understanding that academy is not teaching you how to be an air traffic controller. Travis, thank you for the follow. Academy is teaching you how to follow rules and procedures and how to do X, Y, and Z. And so they don't tell you the why. They just say, do it because this is how you're supposed to do it. And that's hard for some people. Like, it was hard for me because I like understanding the why of a situation. But, you know, so that can be kind of difficult. Also, shout out, if you're in Oklahoma right now, go to Hideaway Pizza. Oh, this is backwards. Hideaway Pizza. It's so good. It's so good. I don't go back to Oklahoma City very often, but whenever I do, I go to Hideaway Pizza. I'll take the sponsorship now, please. Non-radar, yeah, it can be tricky if you don't know anything or if you don't get it. But that's why it's important to study with your classmates. But make sure that they know what they're doing, right? Don't have it be the blind leading the blind. Dude, it gives me how useful street smarts is aviation. Yep. Are there any non-radar areas in Houston Center aside from offshore oil rigs? If they are, or does every part of the ZHU have radar these days? I would say a majority of it has radar. And where there is no radar, they have ADS-B. And so you really don't have to worry about that. Oh, did the center close? Where did center go? Did center close?
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Center is out of commission.
Womp womp. Typical center guys, am I right?
Mark, does do you even have center certs?
No, I need them. I'm dying on
He
the
does.
stars. I'm dying on
he has-
stars.
He has T2.
Yeah. Alan, are you working approach?
I am. Do you have
Oh,
I-90,
Jason.
Marcus?
No, I don't have I-90. I don't have anything.
Oh,
I know.
that's just unfortunate.
You can get
Boston approach Bravo.
Departure, good evening. American 194. With you.
American 194, Austin, departure, radar contacts, altitude. American 194, heavy Austin departure, radar contacts, altitude.
Altitude 37 feet.
American 194, thank you. Climb maintain 12000, clear direct hook 'em.
Climb maintain 12000.
Direct hook 'em. Direct hook 'em. This is what I do in the real world too. Oh, okay. Well, he's already going direct hook 'em. They gave him a heading. Southwest 3103, Houston Center's offline, radar service terminated, change to advisory frequency approved. Have a good day.
43 Unicom, have a good one. Southwest 3103, see ya.
Bye. All right, let's see. Clawman rip, just go ahead and Sorry, last aircraft calling second.
November 575 Bravo Whiskey, nowhere outside airspace. Can you show us diversion to Atlanta?
Who?
Departure Delta 1491, runway heading, climbing through 2.8.
Delta 1491, Austin departure radar contact, climb maintain 12000, clear direct hook 'em.
12,000 direct hook, Delta 1491.
Who? I don't know who's asking. Air 575 Bravo Whiskey, was that you, Colin?
Yes, November 575 Whiskey. We're looking to keep, I know we're outside your airspace, but could you divert us to Atlanta?
You said to Atlanta, Alpha Tango Lima?
Tango Lima, 575 Bravo Whiskey.
Okay. Shire. Gandalf. 4. Air 575 Bravo Whiskey, roger. Clear to the Atlanta airport via direct Shire, Sierra Hotel, Yankee Romeo Echo to join the Gandalf 4 arrival. Whatever. American 194, Houston Center's offline radar service terminated. Change to advisory frequency approved. Have a good night.
Sorry.
Austin departure, good evening, Delta 3097, climbing 2000 for 4000.
Delta 1397, Austin departure radar contact, climb maintain 12000.
Climb maintain 12000, Delta 3097.
Nothing beats a Jet 2 holiday.
Nothing beats a Jet 2 holiday. Thank you for the follow. Welcome. Get good grades, fund management, school, forever clear. There's my FOL. Oh yeah, for sure. Is the expectation on the climb out of a bush to be 200
American
better?
194, holding flight level 120.
And American 194, radar service terminated. Change to advisory frequency approved. Have a good day. Delta 1397, clear direct hook.
Direct hook, Delta 1397.
100 miles isn't fun. Yeah. This is Austin. Can we petition to have slotations not be allowed on arrival, slowing to 250 knots? 100 miles out isn't fun, yeah. Always wonder the controller's reactions to no one responding. It's funny to see this. That is my actual reaction. What you are seeing is what I do in the real world. Have a few minutes to appreciate the stream. Well, thanks for stopping by, Andrew. Hideaway twice so far during my time. Once for class one. Yeah, it's so good. Hideaway's great. Delta 1491, Houston Center's offline radar service terminated. Frequency change approved. Have a good night.
228, appreciate service, Delta 1491, so long. You know, ever create a route direct these nuts? Probably. Wait, you're a rural controller? I am. Yep, at Houston Center in the real world. Today and the Waffle going into hobby. Oh man, I'm sorry. This is surprisingly funny. When I was in Delaware. That's cool.
Departure American 2629 with you, flight level 040, heading 175.
American 2629 heavy, Austin departure radar contact, climb maintain 12000.
12000 for American 2629.
Nothing beats a Jet 2 holiday. Have I spoken to ATC from Mexico? My airspace doesn't border Mexico, but the airspace that's next to me borders Mexico, and they talk to him all the time. So we hear him on the shout lines and everything, which is pretty fun. American 2629 heavy, clear direct, hook 'em.
Direct hook American 2629.
Delta 1397. Houston Center's offline radar service terminated. Change to advisory frequency approved. Have a good night.
Frequency change approved, Delta 1397. Have a good night.
Hey, I'm new here. What is this? This is VATSIM, Virtual Air Traffic Control Simulation Network. And this is Austin Bergstrom Airport, TRACON, Terminal Radar Approach Control. This is the tower. Hey, look, the United's taking off. And this is the ASDX. Practice my time in Monterey to ramp up my English. Oh, that's cool. Everybody's going to hook 'em. This is his route of flight. Alexi NZ Humble, J86 Leeville, Y280 charge, Pricey 3, going to Orlando. This goes right through my airspace in the real world.
Departure, good evening, United 609, passing 2.4247.
United 609, Austin departure radar contact, climb maintain 12000.
Climb maintain 12000, United 609.
Helps heaven or defund heaven, TBH. Maybe. Depends on if the morning areas are active or if Jacksonville's going down the tubes. I would do local, but there actually is a local controller on, so I don't have to do local. These are the controllers that are online right now. So local east, I'm west radar, then ground is on. Excuse me. All right. So, all that being said, W. Conroy, thank you so much. Good to see Top Hat Cat in action, baby. Yep. Top Hat Cat. Your airline friend here. Very good name. Prop Hat. Prop Hat Cat. PROP. It's like propeller hat, right? Propeller. So originally, here's the lore behind the name. So at Oshkosh, my first year, I went and, we're there doing pilot outreach. American 2629 heavy radar service terminated. Change to advisory frequency approved. Have a good day.
12 American 2629, see you.
United 609, clear direct, hook 'em. United 609, clear direct, hook 'em.
United 609, yes.
United 609, clear direct, hook 'em.
United 609, thank you for service.
United 609. You're clear direct Hotel Oscar Kilo Mike. I think that's how you spell it.
Direct Hotel Oscar Kilo. Wait, confirm? Hotel Oscar Kilo Mike.
Yeah, whatever the first fix is on your flight plan, you're clear direct there.
Alright, this is 609. Direct Hotel Oscar Kilo.
Ah, Kilo, yeah. Know your flight plan. Know your fixes, Marcus. I'm sorry. My bad, I guess. For saying hookum instead of hook. Yeah, I'm sorry. There is a hookum here as well, I think. Because it's the Austin stuff. Speed altitude. Funny. Hook. So anyway. United 609 Houston Center offline. Radar service terminated. Change to advisory frequency approved. Have a good night.
Thank you for your service. Have a good night, United 609.
This is V-Stars. That is correct. Can I talk now? So somebody's watching my stream. That's me talking. That's funny. Okay, so went to Oshkosh first year, and I was, we're doing pilot outreach stuff, and some pilots are scared to talk to air traffic controllers, so we're wearing these like neon yellow vests. That say, so we're wearing these like neon. Okay, if you're watching the stream and you're on my frequency, change to a different frequency because you're looping back onto the stream, or use your headset or something. S'il vous plaît, if you please. Okay, I think we fixed it there. Guard! Yeah, pretty much. All that to say, I bought a propeller hat with this yellow vest to look less intimidating, and I like cats. So prop hat cat is where that comes from, and this is my old logo. Oh, prop hat cat. And it just, if you don't want pilots to be scared of air traffic control, make it to where you look kind of silly. So hopefully they won't be. That's my theory, at least, and it's worked so far. The lore, the prop hat cat lore. All right, everybody. Well, that is about the end of the time that I have allotted for controlling on VATSIM. If you haven't already, I've got a few more prop hat cat pins left. I think I only have like 7 left. And once they're gone, limited edition. I've got some trading cards. I've got some keychains. I've got some sticker packs. Doing a really cool collaboration with ATC Doodles over on Instagram with those sticker packs. They're really, really cool. If you haven't taken a look, just look at them. They're really cool. Yeah, controllers are human too, right? We forget that sometimes. We're just robots, right? Brandon, thank you for the follow. So take a look at the Etsy shop, please, if you so choose, and have some disposable income. That would be awesome, because I'm trying to grow that, and I'm trying to, that's how I fund more stuff that I can put on the Etsy shop and stuff. And if you have ideas for things that you would like, I'm also open ears for that. I'm trying to do some more customizable things. I think I'm going to do something in terms of like a flight strip, so you can tell me like your call sign and like your route of flight or whatever, and I'll make you like a flight strip sticker, which I think would be pretty cool, for water bottles or flight bags or anything like that. Can also make that into a keychain as well. I'm not controlling Sun and Fun, no. Have I ever wanted to be a tower controller? Yeah, it would be cool at some point in my career to be a tower controller. But I work at the center now, and it's pretty golden handcuffs there. It's a pretty cushy area. That was us. My keyboard was pressing on my PT. Oh no, that's all right. Live ATC and flight radar for us nerds. There's a new app called ATC Radar, and I'm sure if you follow me, you've seen their videos on TikTok, where it's like a graphical overlay, and it like shows the airplanes that are talking with like live ATC playing in the background. That's pretty cool. I looked at it. It's a pretty neat little system that they have. So maybe look at that. And yeah. All right. Any further questions? You can shoot them over on the link tree as well. Y'all have asked so many questions that is a little overwhelming, actually, which is great. But I'm responding to them as I can, so don't feel bad if I haven't gotten to your question yet. I think the flight strips would be cool because it's so different, you know. And everybody always asks, like, "Hey, can I get a flight strip on my flight or whatever?" And I'm like, I really can't, because it's that an actual flight strip is a legal document. We have to keep that for 60 days in case 30 days in case something happens, right? But if I remake it and make it look like a flight strip, but it's not actually a flight strip, then we could do something, which I think would be pretty cool. Can you see planes pretty clearly on primary radar? It's pretty bad, actually, and I don't know if I can pretend on that here. Maybe I can. Let's say filter. Don't know how to do that on here. I could show you on ERAM, but I don't know if I can do that on here. Probably not. Probably not. Yeah. Can't show you on here. But it's just like a little dot. Just like bloop, 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 moving along. What was the name? Prop Pack Cat. Prop Pack Cat. Good night from the UK. Not for me, yeah. Would you make a helipad helicopter pin? I could, yeah. A flight strip from N90 of a flight I flew with a handwritten note. Oh, that's cool. What makes you do this on VATSIM when you want to do it for a living? There's a lot of stuff that pilots don't know, and this is a great way to showcase it without like being able to show you in the facility, right? Because I can't show you in the facility. We'll close at the top. We got 7 minutes. And so, especially whenever, like, this is pretty realistic to what it is in the real world. Like, this is cool. This is what a data block looks like in the real world. It's operating just like it would in the real world. And it's, you know, it's pretty cool.
Departure lesson 916, finally heading 3000.
Alaska 916, Austin departure radar contact, climb maintain 12000, clear direct payday.
12000, clear direct payday, Alaska 916.
Air approach and pass me. What you see though, is that truly what you see though on primary radar? What headsets are you using? Headset I'm using here is the Starset H31, which is what we use at work as well. Ram Nation, are you trying to be a conspiracy theorist in terms of us seeing UFOs on primary radar? Maybe. Maybe not. No. Pilots like to say they like to see a lot of UFOs over the Gulf, but it's really just this Starlink satellites most of the time. Most of the time. Going on guard. I have a video about that. Take a look at that, actually. Sorry, going back to Instagram. For helicopter operations under the Bravo
approach, good evening, Jama 11, 15000, November request.
Who? Javin 11, Austin approach. Go ahead.
Jama 11, about 100 miles out, request the PAR for runway 33, Robert Gray, full stop.
Javin 11, you can expect that. That's funny.
And Javin 11, the Austin altimeter 3004.
3004, Java 11.
Probably like 2 or 3 weeks ago on Instagram, on TikTok. It's under my collections under common questions. Under collections, common questions. Would you recommend transit operations to be initiated via Tracon or local service controller? It just depends on where you are, right? If you're at the main Bravo airport, talk to the tower controller. If you're under it, you can call the Tracon. They have a number, like you'd be picking up an IFR clearance, but you can call and be like, hey, we're wanting flight following off of this airport. What do we need to do? And they can tell you, oh, well, once you're airborne, contact this person. They'll give you a squawk code. Or maybe they'll just go ahead and transfer you to that controller. They can get you a squawk code already. Then you get airborne and you contact them and they radar identify you and all that stuff. That would be my recommendation. But that's like pretty far outside of my scope of knowledge. So do with that what you will. Numbers around the blip. So the 069 is the altitude that they're at, 071. The 26 is their speed in tens. So he's going 260 knots over the ground speed. Because remember, there's the 250 knot speed limit below 10,000. But we only see ground speed. So we don't know if he's actually going 250 knots. Unless there's a plane in front of him and a plane behind him that could be going 250 knots and he's going 270 knots. Okay, now he's kind of fudging the numbers there. But we really don't know. I know some places can see indicated airspeed as opposed to ground speed, but this is not one of them. Alaska 916, Houston Center's offline, radar service terminated, change to advisory frequency approved. Have a good day.
Advisory Alaska 916 every day. Approach Java 11, time for a question.
Go for it.
When's the last time you did a PAR?
It's been a while, and actually I don't control Gray Airport, so you'll be doing it by yourself.
Oh, no, come on, you can control me. It's in your airspace.
It's north of my area. I'm just Austin, man.
Oh, come on.
I'm sorry. I'm also closing in 3 minutes. I got dinner to go to, but next time, rain check.
Valid. All right. I'll PAR myself through this.
Isn't that the whole point of a PAR? That we don't have to do anything?
Basically.
So to answer your question, I don't think I've ever done one on VATSIM, but I'm looking forward to it. Maybe it'll be cool.
Fair enough. I'll catch you next time for it.
Cool. Houston Center, so southeast Houston, southwest New Orleans from 11,000 feet to above. Bum, 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 bum. How do you decide what points to send aircraft to? We see their flight plan, and we can... Jason Bacon, welcome. Or Jason Bacon, with X's on the end. That's cool. And then we can then send airplanes to points on the flight plan, basically. That's all it is. Talk to you a bunch. Appreciate the good service. Well, thank you. Thank you. All right. We got 40 seconds, 50 seconds. Let me start the closing.
All right, well, if you're getting off, I'm going to go bother the Albuquerque Center for a PAR at Biggs.
All right, have a good night. Thanks for flying.
Yeah, you too, man. See you. Enjoy dinner.
Bye.
Well, I don't think they like offer MEI classes. You'd have to. That would be like a 61 thing. Well, take
yeah,
that back.
because
They
for us,
probably
dude,
do.
my instructor did his CFI, his II, and MEI rides all in the same month.
That sounds awful.
Yeah, that sounds alright.
Austin Tracon, or I'm sorry, Austin local, Austin Tracon.
What? Go ahead.
I'm closing at the top of the hour in 2 seconds.
Okay. You have no planes, my control.
I have no planes, and it is your observation. Do you have any questions?
All right. No questions.
Thanks.
Thank you. Yeah. So.
Does operate flight sims? Yeah. So you fly on a flight sim, and then you connect to VATSIM, and there are people connected as controllers who are then controlling your airplane, which is kind of cool. I mean, it's a cool ecosystem, so that you don't just have to fly by yourself as you're flying around. All right. Well, there you go. I'm going to try to be on VATSIM regularly. I need to get my center endorsement, ironically. And once that happens, I'll be on more because I'm much more comfortable with the center radar than stars. But that is about it for me tonight. Thank you all so much for stopping by. Again, check out the Etsy shop. It's got some cool stuff in it. And we'll see you next time. Probably posting tomorrow and the next day and for eternity. Have a good night. What am I doing now? I'm about to go get some food, I think. And then get ready for bed because I got an early shift tomorrow. Good night, everybody. Good night, good night, good night, good night, good night. Let's do here. Good night, Twitch, Instagram, YouTube. Parting is such sweet sorrow.